On July 31st, 1939, Renata Laxova, an 8-year-old girl, boarded a train in Prague, Czechoslovakia, with 60 other Jewish children bound for England. She was on the last train of the Kindertransport that ended up saving 669 children from Nazi persecution. The next train, with 250 children aboard, was due to leave on September 1st, 1939, but was held up at the station as the Third Reich invaded Poland. None of those children are known to have survived the war.
After the war, of those 120 odd relatives, there were 4
That survived.
that survived. 4. My husband was one of them.
The Kindertransport was organized by 29-year-old British stockbroker Nicholas Winton after he passed up a ski vacation in Switzerland in 1938 to help a friend in Czechoslovakia who was working with a refugee organization.
I'm not going to take your face, it's just going to be your hand and the book.
Okay,
I like
well,
the-
this
the-
is my husband.
I sort of like this.
adorable.
Sometimes these details are really nice. One moment. Okay, one moment.
He had this, one of very, very few things.
Okay, so I'm going to try to do something here, and this will be where it's so.
Am I moving it?
No, that was fine. The story you're telling about the lung cancer was for your foster father.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay, just to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's there. I was working. I was a young physician. My hair was black.
Yeah, I know. Look how black it is. That's why it is fascinating to me to see.
Okay, Dr. Renata, if
how-
you could just look at me. Just like, it's nice. It's nice. It's just now, the thing is
Don't look
like,
at my wife.
no, this is nice. It's okay. One more.
Smile. That is really
Yeah, it's sort of like, I sort of like that. I know that sometimes, these,
Well, sure.
that one, see, that one is more serious.
Looks awful.
But this one is nice.
I love the
This
one
one
with
looks
the
really
smile.
good.
I love
Okay.
the one with the
So,
Exactly. What do you want? What do you want from me?
things you talked about. Yeah, this one, let's see, now these are your parents.
Those are my parents
Great.
before the war.
And then this
This is Hitler coming
into
into Czechoslovakia, March of 1938.
38.
39.
Yeah, 39,
That's
right.
Hitler. This is, I think, one of the first letters that I wrote to my parents. The little boy that she took care of. She became a different person. She had papers,
Right.
Yeah, that
birth
was,
certificates, everything from somebody else.
Right, right.
And so this was the little boy she took care of.
Oh, that's adorable.
Unfortunately, this is my father. He never wore a mustache, but this is him trying to
Yeah.
become somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
But this was the little
Little
boy.
boy,
This is where they lived. Already a physician. We had and married, and we had 2 children, and we ran again because the Russians were. I was there from 46 to 68. So 22 years I was already working. I was done with medical school. I was working, and we had 2 children. And then the Russians invaded in 1968. They came with their tanks and their cannons, and it reminded me of the Nazis.
and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this is the Soviets coming into Czechoslovakia.
That's
And-
right.
Renata's parents, against all odds,
Okay, and then
both
this
survived
is
the war by assuming fake identities and living covertly. Renata was reunited with them when she moved back to Brno in 1946. She married, had 2 children, became a doctor, and then the Soviet Union invaded in the Prague Spring.
Is it in, okay.
Fearing oppression similar to the Nazis, they fled to Austria
So
in
it was
1968
this age, but
and
I
emigrated
think
to the
it's in
United
if
States.
Not, it's in the book.
Okay.
This isn't me. That's what everybody had around
your
their necks.
numbers.
And these are different children from a transport. This is
With her young family, Renata settled in Madison, Wisconsin, where her husband Tibor had opportunities as a veterinarian.
I love the study.
6, and then I want portraits of you. Just really just.
Well,
Professor Emeritus Renata Laxova is a renowned pediatrics geneticist who discovered the new Laxova syndrome, a rare congenital abnormality.
Okay, so I'm gonna just take a few shots like this. You and your parents just before in Prague, literally like the day before you
Yeah,
left on the
that's right,
Kindertransport.
that's
And
right.
this one, because it's on this side of the page, I would like you to hold it this way. And like that, just exactly the same way. Except this is good because with the light, and you can sit here, Mona,
Okay.
and then we'll just put it here, and then I'll ask one question, and that will be it for the, then I'll just get some details, some information. Maybe, where do you like to sit?
I thought it would be one portrait.
I
and
know,
so
I
like
know,
this
but you
colour.
know, you should know, you've had portraits done of you before, haven't
No,
you?
no, not really.
Really?
No, I've always thought very, very strongly that parents should speak the truth to children. Because when I was on the train, for example, there were boys there, little boys, bigger boys, who thought they were going to camp because their parents had told them there was going to be a camp
Right.
and they would come and pick them up and then go home again. Well, that had to be a horrendous shock when they got older and found out that what the truth was. Most of them didn't have parents after the war. And I know that of the 669 children who were rescued by Nicholas Winton, there were 5 out of 669 who had 2 parents. And I was one of those lucky 5, not 5%, 5 out of 669 children.
But what
I
would
knew, I had seen Hitler. I had seen how wicked he was. I was told and I knew that he was killing people. I wasn't allowed, or we Jewish children were not allowed to go to school anymore. So I knew. And my parents helped me understand that they loved me.
interesting.
They want.
Yeah.
I said, my mother came into the train when we were leaving, and she wasn't allowed to. They allowed children under 6 to have their mothers come into the train and say goodbye. Well, I wasn't 6, I was 8. So my mother tore herself away from my father, who was holding her by the hand and holding her around the shoulders, and she came to the train, into the train where I was sitting crying. And I said, take me home. I want to go home. And why? And this may be the most important. Why do I have to go away? Take me home. I want to be at home. I'll be good, and I'll eat my spinach and take me home. And my mother, frequently I ask children at school, though, when I'm talking to them, what do you think my mom said to me to make me feel a little better? They don't know, of course. What she said was that they're sending me away because they love me and because they want me to be happy. And I knew I wasn't allowed to go to school anymore. I would be allowed to go to school in England. I would have a little brother. The little brother had a kitten. That was always something I wanted. So, and they never, ever told me anything that wasn't true. They didn't say like the parents did to some of the children, we'll come and get you soon.
The truth, yeah.
Always, and if you are adults, whoever's looking or listening, always tell your children the truth. Whatever you can in an honest way to help. to help people, help helpless children. Don't let anybody tell you that this is the right thing to do when it isn't. Be grateful, be honest, and help where you can.